Hi, my name is Matt Garth. I'm Artist Development Vice President for 646 Entertainment, and I want to share some things that will help you on your journey to becoming the next great artist. So let's get started. This is Artist Development 101. Do you have what it takes? So yeah, don't we all? There are a lot of things you got to understand, right, that you may not realize at this time. Some of this you may know, some of this you may not. Applying these principles will help you, right? Here are some things you really need to think about when it comes to your art. Being a working artist. Is your product quality? Is it good? Do you put the time into your art to make it? Do you read about music theory? Do you try to understand your art and why it isn't where it should be? Really analyze it yourself. Is it the quality that you want, right? And never settle for something less than the quality that you want. Now, the next thing is being consistent, right? You have to be consistent. You have to have that quality consistently, right? It's just like any other, high skill, high paying profession, baseball player. They're not going to hire a pitcher who throws 4 strikes a game, right? So you as an artist, if you want to be a working artist, you have to be consistent. You wouldn't go to McDonald's if they, sometimes put the sandwiches together right? You would just stop going there. Same thing as an artist. You have to become immune to negative criticism. You can't let anything really bring your mood down, right? Because you're an entrepreneur, right? And entrepreneurs have to always be on, because entrepreneurs are taking care of other people, right? So you can't let your feelings bring you to a place that stops your progress. So are you doing everything you can do for yourself to succeed? There's tons of things out there, and you have to have that conversation with yourself. And can you handle the pressure? This is a big deal. Let's talk about your quality product, right? No matter what your art is, it has to be quality. Art is the communication of thoughts and feelings through an artist's preferred medium. Does your art make you think or feel? Does your art make you feel anything? Does it make you think anything? And it's not just about you when you're creating art. You have to make sure your art is communicated clearly, right? Are you conveying what you're trying to convey, right? Do people listen to your music and get the feeling that you want them to have, or can they take anything away from it, right? And if that's the case, you really have to look at it and say, what about this doesn't fit, and fix it. And if your art isn't up to par, people are going to ignore it, right? It's there's tons of access to art right now. Look at the quality of your closest local competition, right? Compare budgets. Compare what is it that your local competition is doing better than you? What is it that they're doing worse than you? Right? Think about those things, right? How can you improve, right? This is your ship, Consistency, right? No one wants to invest time or money into anyone who isn't consistent, right? Your quality of the art has to be consistent. Your state of mind needs to be consistent. Getting things done needs to be consistent. Your performing needs to be consistent. Is your team's check going to clear? These are things you have to start thinking about if you want to be a working artist, right? Mindset, huge. Can't let negative criticism bring you down. Everybody's got an opinion. Focus on the love that you're getting for your art, right? You have access to everyone now. You don't need to impress anyone but your fan. Budget, plan, execute every step of the way. Keep records, invest, develop a money mindset, right? You have to become conscious of, how you can, keep your empire running, right? Finding your peace, will help your art. If you have a clear mind and you have controlled emotions, you can respond to life instead of react. And that's the true power of the artist, right? Is when things happen, you can respond to them properly as opposed to reacting in fear or something like that. This will help you understand yourself, which will then in turn help you communicate your art. The more you understand yourself, the better you can communicate your art. Are you really doing enough? This conversation needs to be between you and yourself, right? You have to really look yourself in the eye and say, am I doing enough? Look at the competition. What are they doing? Like I said, what are they doing better? What are they doing worse? Gauge yourself and react, respond to this information in a manner that improves you, right? When you look at yourself and you have that true conversation and you see all the places in your life that you could have been doing better, don't get mad at yourself. Just respond, do better. Make a promise to yourself to do better, right? Analyze your day. You have 24 hours every day. Are you maximizing each hour to get to where you want to go, right? Yeah, maybe you got to work 12 hours and, that leaves you with 12 hours a day, right? So the artist who wants to get to the next level is probably sleeping 2 to 4 hours, right? And working on their art and their craft and their advertising and their brand. They're working on those things all the time, right? There's no breaks. Like if you want to be a working artist, there are no breaks until you achieve your goal, right? You're an entrepreneur now. Every minute you waste, another artist is going to find a way, right? You're an entrepreneur. You can't rest until you pay yourself to rest. And if you're taking long breaks, that you're not paying yourself for, maybe that's why your career is where it is, right? And you need the help. Get into the mindset of creating multiple streams of income so you can free your time up, right? Because that's just going to make advertising yourself easier. It costs money to advertise yourself, easily, right? You can get out there and go shake hands and do manual advertising, but, there are easier ways to do it, but it costs money, right? So you need to develop income streams so that you can afford to keep yourself at the top of the pyramid, right? It's a big deal, right? When you choose to be an artist, you are creating your own life pyramid with you on the top, right? This means that you're responsible for the failure or success of your entire team, right? This is your career, your world, right? If your team fails, you fail, but it's your fault because you didn't choose people wisely, right? You need to, really understand the importance of relationships, right? Nothing in this world gets done alone, right? Choose the people you work with wisely, right? It is important to give to your team more than your team gives to you, right? That's just how you keep a team, right? You have to pour the same love and support into your team that your team pours into you, right? You create those loops, you create those cycles between the energies, right? So you have to give more than you get because you're an artist and you're going to always be working, right? So you have to develop those relationships, manage them wisely, know who you're dealing with, and the best way to do that is to know yourself, right? Just like you, the job you hate, right? And you're probably going to hire some people who hate their job, right? And when you're at that job and you have an opportunity to go above and beyond, but it's going to take a lot more effort and they don't pay you any extra, you're not getting any real recognition for it, right? They're going to be like, you're just going to pass. You're just going to be like, somebody else will do it, right? Because it's not worth the effort because they don't pay me enough. And you don't want that energy on your team, right? So you need to figure out how to keep that energy off your team, and that's got to come from you, right? If you're that type of person, guess what? You're going to find those type of people, right? But if you're the type of person that constantly gives and constantly, supports and loves, then you're going to find those people, right? You're a big deal, and this is your road to success that you're building, right? If you can apply these principles to your life as an artist, you'll begin to grow immediately, and you'll see what you've been missing that's been right under your nose this whole time. Opportunities are everywhere for artists because artists create something out of nothing, right? Thank you for your time, and I want to make some hits, so I'm looking for artists that have these qualities so we can make some hits. Again, my name is Matt Garth, Vice President of Artist Development with 646 Entertainment. Thank you.